Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to something rather different. So today I'm going to be doing an unboxing here of the Hammerfall box. This is the Team Yankee starter set. It's actually really quite good value here. Now, I did pick this up from Wayland Games. I will be leaving a link down in the description if you want to go ahead and check that out yourself. I do have an affiliate link, so if you do decide to purchase, it would definitely help me out big time. But yes, so the Hammerfall box. Now, it's really a rather intriguing story, actually. See, I have a little brother. He's about 12 years old now. And he's very much wanting to try and get into, like, tabletop wargaming. Much the same as myself. A few years difference. But hey, the spirit is still there. So I gave him the choice. Okay, I said to him, okay, you can choose one of these games. You can choose between Flames of War, Bolt Action, and Team Yankee. Well, we've already got him some Bolt Action stuff to be sorted out soon enough. So he's like, okay, I like Flames of War, but I really like the look of the Team Yankee. He really does like that sort of like modern stuff, that sort of like Cold War era stuff. So I thought it was really cool. And he's wanted to actually play as the Soviets in this one, so that's going to be really intriguing. Probably might do something about that, maybe get him involved in a video later on at a later date. But yes, we'll take a look at the Hammerfall box here in just a moment, as it's just arrived today. But yeah, this is a nice value set, to be honest. I mean, I got it for about 27 pounds? No, I think I got it for... I'll have to double check on the price there and put it in the description. I can't remember exactly how much I paid at the moment now. But yes, the box does come with the plastic M1 Abrams tanks. We do have the 3 T64s. So we have 2 Abrams, we have 3 T64s, the Team Yankee mini rulebook, the Hammerfall start here booklet, the terrain cards, dice, and 4 unit cards. In all honesty, exactly what you need. And I'm looking forward to actually trying out. I'm looking forward to actually assembling them. I'm looking forward to just playing with it, really. It'll be a lot of fun. And at the end of the day, it'll be good to get my little brother involved in wargaming. I'm sure there'll be those of you out there who are wondering, okay, I've got these siblings, I've got these family members. How do I get them involved? How do I get them involved in something that's going to help them learn? And really just, I don't know, give them a hobby. And I think this might be a good way to go. So we're going to go over here. So we're going to be switching over to the live view. There we go. Whoa! This is all different now, isn't it? Okay, so do forgive myself and the camera. I've got this set up. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to have this set up. Like, as you can see here, I'm just trying to figure out, like, where is the best position. But I think we'll start off with this wide-angle view here. So, we have the new box here. I'm looking forward to using this. It's going to be cool. I think there's a lot of fun that's going to come from this box, and I'm really looking forward to this. So, let's go ahead. I did open this up a little bit preemptively. And I think I'm going to have to bring out the knife. So, of course, guys, always be careful when doing something like this. I know I don't need to tell you this, but I tend to cut myself quite often. So, I don't want you guys to do that either. Because if I do it, I can blame it on being silly. I don't want you guys to do it either. There we go. Okay, so, put the knife away. Don't stab myself. Probably a good idea. There we go. I hope you guys can see this quite nicely. So let's just get a bit of a zoom in there. And here we go. We have a Hammerfall box set. Looking forward to using this biatch. So let's take a look at what we have in here then. And we shall move this just out of the way for the time being. And there we go. Need to adjust the angle of the camera. There we go. Do forgive me, this is the first time doing something like this, so we'll learn how to do this better. And there we have it. Let's see, just adjust this ever so slightly. Much better. Okay. So of course we do have the 2 M1 Abrams, we have the T64s in here, and just as I listed here. But yeah, it's quite nice actually. I mean, you get a nice sized box. The art's pretty decent as well. I quite like this detail here, the, let's see if you can see that. Freedom. I'm just hoping that my nails aren't too bad now. Little things to worry about, isn't it? And you can see the camera there, just, there we go, I'd never be a weatherman, would I? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this then inside. See what we have here. I'm going to bring out the knife once again. There we go, just zoom that out a little bit. I tell you, it's a weird thing, I've never done anything like this. I've done some little videos, but I've never done it so professionally. Like, you guys ought to see the little setup I've got here. I need to go ahead and get, like, a larger desk, to be honest. That would definitely make a big difference. There we go. Aha! And we have success. So let's go ahead and take a look here. I'm usually notoriously bad for opening these things. So, of course, Team Yankee is by the same people who do, of course, make Flames of War, so 15mm scale. Pretty cool scale, actually, pretty cool. And, of course, we do have here one of my Hungarian 28mm. So, you can see, really, he's not quite in focus there. Yeah, you can get the picture. Let's see if we can get a close-up of him, shall we? I really do need to have them stripped and repainted again, to be honest. There we go. Need to have him reprimed and everything of that nature. But obviously you can see this difference in scale shortly. There we go, just zoom back out. Okay, let's take a look at what we have in here then. Now, that is actually really... that's quite dense, isn't it? Like, you take a look at that. That's pretty dense. There's not exactly much room in here, is there? So let's take a look at what we actually have then. Ooh, okay. It's like the Incredible Hulk spilling out of here. Okay, just gonna bring the camera just a bit further around. There we go, excellent. Okay, so let's take a look at this then. So I'm going to assume that this would be the T64. Let's get a zoom in here. Yeah, there we go. Just bring this around. Tell you, still getting used to this. Definitely not my best work, but hey, hopefully it'll be okay. There we go, bring that into focus. Okay, so we can see that we do have the hull here. Let's see, need to bring this even further around. Or, maybe I move myself. There we go, now we're cooking on gas. There we go. Okay, so we have the T64 hull over here. This is going to be rather intriguing. I do like the fact that we have the tracks here already assembled. Just zoom it in just so you guys can get a better picture of this. There we go. Yep, okay, so you can see that we do have the tracks here already on the sprue, which is quite nice. And as you can see, the tracks are actually quite nicely detailed, which is not bad. Of course, we do have the actual hull over here. That's quite nice. Nice amount of detail. I like the fact of the actual colour of the actual plastic. It does make it quite easy to paint this, I'd imagine. Some nice details on the actual turret over here, actually. Let's take a look. Can we see? Yeah, there we go. Quite nice there. Sorry about the actual focus. There we go. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty nice. Looks like we have the MGs over here. Yep. Looking sweet. So I'd say this is obviously the under part of the hull there. The lower part of the hull. Overall, pretty nice. And to be honest, it doesn't look like there's a huge amount of assembly here, so these look like they're very easy to put together, so that's quite nice. So, we do have 1, 2, 3 of those. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of these Abrams over here. Now, the Abrams look like they're a little bit more complicated, actually, so that's quite intriguing. Intriguing. There we go, just zoom out a little bit more. Yep, as you can see, there is actually a two-part to the Abrams. So, we have 2 Abrams in here. And there's 4 sprues in total. Whoops. There we go. Okay. So we'll start, yeah, we'll start by the actual turret and the hull here. Okay, so... there we go. Yep, so of course you can see the actual turret over there. You can see really the difference in the size here. Yeah, you can see it's basically the same sort of sprue, but this one is a bit larger, and this one's a little bit smaller, a bit more compact. But hey, doesn't make too much of a difference. But you can see the difference there in the size of the turret there compared to the T64. That is actually a rather remarkable difference there. And if we take a look at the size of the hull, I know it's a little bit janky here, but you can see that the Abrams is definitely the larger tank there. Large and in charge. Very nice piece of equipment. Okay, so what I'm going to do here then is bring this up so you guys can take a closer look. I know when I'm watching videos like this, sometimes it's like I really want to get close in just to take a look at the actual details. But we can see here then, nice hull. I mean, this is it, isn't it? I suppose this is like, it's a bit lighter than an army green perhaps. It does remind me very much of like the plastic army men. But I suppose if that is your thing, you could keep them like that. Make a nice gift for your kid, really. Of course, I will be priming these and spraying them up, really. Get them all ready and assembled. Try and get some play out of them. Okay, so... there we go. So obviously there's a 2-part there to the actual turret. It does look like... yeah, okay, so it looks like this little nubbly bit here. I imagine... yeah, it looks like the actual turret attaches to the hull here. And it looks like this possibly could be for a magnet, or it looks like it could actually just twist in there. So I'll have to let you guys know when I do put them together. Looking forward to that, though. So we'll take a look at the other part of the actual Abrams. Okay. So here we go, we have the lower part of the hull again, we have the tracks over here. Let's turn this over so you guys can get a good look at the actual tracks. Yeah, there we go, nice and detailed, begging to be primed. And we have some 50 cals over here. Let's see, can we get a closer look at the 50 cals? There we go. Lovely. Some jerry cans over here. Looking very nice, very snazzy, very retro. And this would obviously be the barrel. Okay. It's looking pretty good actually so far. Very much looking forward to it. Okay, we'll go ahead and take a look at what is in the rest of the box then, shall we? Move those to one side. They're going to more than likely drop off my desk because I'm that bloody clumsy. There we go. So of course, what do we have here then? So, let's see. We have the Hammerfall, what's next? So if we take a look at this, we can see here then, yep. If you enjoy rolling into combat, in command of the powerful US, there we go, M1 Abrams tank, you should grab the Bannon's Boys Army box and the Stripes Army book. That's pretty cool. Just zoom out a little bit more so you guys can see. There we go. Actually, I'll get this so you can see the details here. Okay, but of course we do have the other side bench, so Yuri's Wolves and the Red Thunder, obviously for the Soviets and just, yeah, Warsaw, that sort of thing. So we do have the British rule sets over here, we have the Germans, we have, this would look to be, yeah, okay, so this would be the East Germans over here. So, let's see, yeah, the Volksarmee. Okay, take a look at this. Obviously this is going over what you could use here, then obviously for the battlefields. I dream of the day I get this right. It's going to take some time. It's going to have to get used to setting things up and how to present. Okay, so this is our getting started guide then. So we'll take a look at this then. There's actually quite a lot going on over here actually. So we have shooting. Okay, so our first game over here then. Yeah. Okay, so this looks like all the rules then. That's pretty cool. There we go. So we have the assembly for the Abrams, the assembly for the actual T-64 over there. Quite easily put together then, it seems. Not terrible amount of work there. Again, I do like the art. I think it is quite cool, actually. I like that. Nice bit of retro, isn't it? A little bit like Red Dawn, almost. Yep, so, okay, we do have how to play the game. We do actually have some different scenarios, which is quite nice. It's nice that there's actually something in here to keep you going then throughout. Now, let's take a look at what else we have in here then. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, I didn't even realize that this came in here then. Okay, so we have what look to be objective markers. Looks like a little building over here. It looks like we have some walls, and these actually do have some texture. I don't know if you guys can quite see that. We do have a bit of texture here. House over here as well. That's pretty cool. So you can see these guys pop out. That's quite nice, actually. It makes for something, isn't it? Yeah, you can use this as like terrain in your first game, so that's quite nice. I like that. We'll shove that out of the way. Okay, and here we go. We have the actual unit cards. So, it's going to bring the camera over here. There we go. Let it focus in just a second. There we go. Okay, so as we can see here, then, we can see the amount of movement. Right, courage, skills is hit on a 3+. So that looks like to be the armor value there. The front, side, top, okay. 125mm gun, we can see the range to fire, when halted, when moving. Interesting that you can actually see the difference here in how this works. Let's see, bring this a little bit closer. We also can see the firepower, we can see the anti-tank power, which is interesting. We actually do get an option here. So the 88 Songster missile, that's pretty cool. We have a 12.7mm AAMG and we have a 7.62mm MG there as well. As you can see here, we do have some notes on the actual unit cards. We have, let's see, brutal, laser finder, event stabilizer, and high explosive anti-tank guided. That's pretty cool. Lovely. Let's see. Yep, there we go. We have the T-64. So we have our movement orders over here then. That's pretty cool. Definitely be taking a closer look at these. And here we go, we have the M1 Abrams tank platoon there. So this shows you then, so 2 M1 Abrams are 16 points, so yeah, that's cool. We also get the special rules and what they mean. So, laser range, find a known to hit penalty. Okay, thermal imaging, roll 2 dice for night visibility and choose a higher score. And we do have some options here as well. So, upgrade any or all of the M1 Abrams to IPM1 Abrams for 1 point per tank. So, the IPM1 Abrams have increased frontal armor and side armor. That's pretty cool, actually. So, you can up armor your Abrams, really, which is quite good. Okay. Yep, there we go. Now, is the special rules... Ah, there we go. So you can see here the T64 Tank Company. That's incredible, isn't it? So for 55 points, you could have 10 of these. That's a lot of points. That's a whole heap of points there. For a whole heap of tanks. Okay, man. So we have the Advanced Stabilizer. The BOD armor. So side is 13 against high explosive tank. That's pretty important, actually. Brutal infantry and unarmored tank teams reroll successful saves. Wow, okay. That's pretty brutal there. That's so named. There we go, so that's quite cool there. So we do have a couple cards to really play with. So yeah, we have 2 here, and we have 2 here. Nice bit of art on these guys. These guys are like, they're like sort of laminated, so that's quite cool. Fairly hardy. Yeah, the art looks pretty cool there. I'm liking that. Let's see. Do we have a Soviet equivalent? Yeah, there we go. Quite nice. Almost like the English countryside or Germany. I'm going to say probably Germany. Looks like that sort of nature. Okay, let's take a look at what else we have here. Ooh, hello. Let's see. We do have a couple other things in here. Some little things. Okay. There we go. So we have our commanders over here. There we go. Quite nice. I like the little things like that. It's the little details helping it together. And we have our dice. There we go. So we have 3 US dice and we have 3 Soviet dice. I do like the colours. I think they're quite nice. And hey, having extra dice is always a handy thing there. So of course we do have a Team Yankee rulebook over here. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this then, shall we? Okay. That's quite nice. So we have some background there. Always a cool thing. Always a cool thing. There we go. So you can see the contents page over here, events of the Cold War heats up, combat Team Yankee, playing Team Yankee, how it works. So we have everything we need here to play, which is quite nice. We'll take a quick flick through the rule book over here. A little bit of history. Okay, so we can see some actual deployments here. That's rather intriguing. So I believe the Team Yankee game is actually based on a book, actually. So it's actually quite a nice quite a nice amount of detail in here. So we can actually see the platoons, combat teams as they're known. It's nice to have this in colour. And of course this is an 8.5 version. But it's a nice amount of detail in here. Everything's in colour. The pages feel... Yeah, I mean that's pretty good there. That's pretty sweet. Have the details here. Overall, quite nice. And you know what? I think for about 20 odd pounds, that's really not bad value there. Really not bad value. So we have the rulebook. We have the sprues over here. So we have 2 Abrams. We have the 3 T64s. We have the dice. And we have the other gubbins that just out of reach. So... Of course, this has been my first unboxing video. I do hope you guys have enjoyed this. I know this has been very, very strange. I need to figure out where I'm going to place the actual camera, and we'll go from there. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. So this has been the unboxing for Team Yankee Hammerfall. I do hope you guys did enjoy this, and until next time, thank you, and goodbye. See you all in the very near future. Goodbye for now, guys. If you have any suggestions, do let me know. If you actually have any idea how I should probably frame this, do let me know as well. And goodbye for now. There we go. That's a thumbs up, if you guys can tell. There we go.